Welcome to Lee Judges TV. Arsenal 2, Brentford, the kickers, the cheaters, the foulers, whatever, whatever you want to call them, whatever you want to call them. 1. But listen, not going to knock it. They had to do that today, and I take it as a compliment. Roller coaster. Who should I start with you first, Dan? Roller coaster of a game. The Ramsdale situation, the goalkeeping situation come back to bite us, or it looked like it was. But I'm going to say it now. I'm not sticking up for him. He made a couple of fantastic saves at the end in the second half, but that was tough work.
It was, man. It was, and I think with 8 minutes to go, we're everyone looking at each other, thinking, "Oh, nah, we're going to mess this up, aren't we?" But King Kai saves the day, and I must say, I've had my doubts over Kai Havertz. You know I have.
Have you really?
Well, you know I have, man. I've not been a fan of what I've seen up until around about 2024. But he's been phenomenal, mate, in the last few games, and today he turns up again in important moments, Lee.
Yeah, and at the business end of the season, so that, I don't know if he saved himself for the business end of the season, but that's what we haven't had in the past, someone that would put a cross in and someone getting on the end of it with a header.
I mean, we needed it, and everyone would have said, they would have looked at Ramsdale, and I think that's a little bit harsh, personally. I know it was definitely his fault, he messed things up. It weren't just we would have drew that game because of Aaron Ramsdale, and I want to get that in, because I obviously don't believe it was just Aaron Ramsdale, because people will look at that and go, well, we would have won 1-0 if it weren't for Aaron Ramsdale, but there was a lot more we needed to do on the pitch, in my opinion, today, and we didn't manage to do it in terms of trying to demolish teams, which we've seen us do in the last few games. But Brentford, didn't expect that from them today, man. Naughty team.
No, I'm going to say, a bit, I'm taking it as a compliment, and I'm going to have to say this now. Ivan Toney, I thought he caused our central defenders the most problems of any forward this season.
Yeah, but how much trouble did they cause us, though? I mean, come on. 2-1, not every game's going to be 5-0, 6-0. I keep telling you this, and you keep telling me.
Well, you keep going those American scores.
6-0, yeah, 5. If we didn't get a touchdown today. It's okay.
No, but
this is what champions do, though.
In saying that, Tony's effort for the Ramsdale, that was an unbelievable effort.
Yeah, I mean,
he's a top player.
It's a mistake made. He's a top player. I don't particularly want to see him here. I'd rather somebody else, but I'd rather you play.
Oh.
But no.
I quite liked him today, Russ. Before we get on to the Brentford, because Matt's a Brentford fan, by the way, so we're going to get on to him in a minute. There you go.
He looks too happy, though.
We'll leave it to the last couple of minutes before we get Matt in. Get in there! So, what do you think of that today? I'm going to ask this. What's your overriding emotions after that?
We got away with one. We got away with one late on because we weren't at our best. We were missing Martinelli on the left-hand side. I think he destroyed the balance.
Big loss today. You can see when he don't play what a big loss he is.
It's the balance of the team. When we're balanced and when we've got the whole thing flowing, we're a different side. But we struggle because we didn't have that outlet ball on the left-hand side. Ivan Toney, he had a couple of little bits and pieces in the game, but other than that, I thought we completely dominated that game.
If I'm going to ask you, I'll ask you two, a quick little one. Man of the match today.
I mean,
it's difficult.
You almost have to give it to Kai for the goal at the end.
Kai, I'm going to go Ben White, but what about yourself?
That's a difficult one. Because no one really dominated the ball. No one really dominated the play in the game. That's a really difficult one. I think we was basically a very, very balanced team performance.
I didn't ask that question, Russ.
No, I'm fobbing it off.
You're going to fob it.
I'm fobbing it off.
Doing the old politician one, Lucy, answer for your dad. Who was man of the match? Who was man of the match?
It's got to be Kai Havertz.
Kai Havertz, well done, well done,
That's a cheap.
Winning goal, got to be Kai.
Yeah, we're going to give it a Kai. Listen, we're going to give it Matt's a whackers an alien down the train. Kai Havertz scores again. La 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 la. Hey, whacker, whacker, hey. 60 million down the drain. Kai Havertz scored the game. Matty, just introduce you. I know you're a Brentford fan, but yes, mate, listen. Yeah. I'm going to take that as a compliment today. That you changed your tactics today.
Yes,
was completely different to the Brentford that I've seen against Man City and other teams like I've watched you go to the Etihad and play and win there.
Last season.
But this game here, a definite change of tactics from Thomas Frank. What's your overriding thoughts on that?
I think we came here to sit back. I don't think that surprises anyone. I think we was always going to have 30, 20% possession today. I think both teams can take a lot out of the game. I think you guys battled, which you've been spanking teams 4, 5, 6-0 over the last few weeks. So to actually dig deep, I think that means a lot to you guys, right? I think you can't keep on going smashing teams every 6-0 every week. So
home games are always different from away.
exactly, and I think when you've got, I think everyone thought coming into this game it'd be another 4, 5-0, but we did all right. We'll take it, and I think for you guys to battle out and get those results, that's a league-winning performance for me. Looking at you, your team, like I rate it, I respect it.
What about Brentford? Like, do you think that they can? I think they've got enough points in the bag, and what I've seen up front today, I was very impressed. So I don't think you've got any danger of going down. Do you feel that confident?
Yeah, I think we'll just sit above the relegation places. I think obviously just down the bottom there, it's almost like the Championship, but the bottom half of the Prem at the moment. Like anyone's beating anyone. I think the Sheffield United win earlier. Or did they turn over Bournemouth today?
Oh, they was 2-2 in you, no 2-0 up. So
oh really? Yeah, but I mean, it just anything can happen, and like, yeah, I think we'll be safe. I think obviously Tony's going to go. I was interested to see your thoughts earlier. I thought Gabriel took him out of the game today. I think he was there. Obviously, that 10 from 35 yards out was magnificent, but I think he's been the most quiet I've seen him in a while, and whether he's moving on or whatever, yeah.
Oh, I loved it. I thought it was a proper old battle between the pair of them.
And you could tell they had a lot of respect for each other as well, you know. There was nothing nasty or malicious, no kind of dark arts, but yeah, good.
I Kai Havertz, man.
Well, I know, Matt, you bet Kai Havertz, haven't you?
I said, Dan Potts will show you about 25 messages on his phone, me saying Kai Havertz is going to be the real deal for you guys, and when it counts, he'll be there for you.
I've got to say again, he done it. And what a fantastic when they were all singing his name and everything like that. I'm going to say, I think Arsenal fans should take it as a compliment what Brentford did to it, because they irritated me. You know what I mean? And I'll be honest, Newcastle didn't irritate me, Liverpool didn't irritate me, but you boys did today.
Yeah. Well, like I was saying to you guys earlier, just before we started this, like, so most I've seen us play like Burnley ever before. Like we're usually a good footballing team, and today I was like, we're horrible pricks when we want to be. I
love it. I love it. Go, you say what you like, Russ. Because, you know, who's man of the match?
Last year, Newcastle irritated us because they came here and they did a stoic anti-football, and Burnley, to their credit, they did that today, and they really made it very, very difficult.
Brentford. He's had a beer.
Sorry, yeah, a lot of beers, yeah.
A lot of beers?
I've a few.
No,
Too few to mention.
That's all right. Listen, I'm just going to leave it on this last bit, like, you know. I'll come to you on this one, Luce. If we,
beer, by the way.
Oh yeah, right. You can handle it better than your dad, like, you know
just
what I mean?
about.
So just about, like, you know. I remember when I had my first 10 pints, you know what I mean? Anyway, like halfway, yeah. Listen, if we get this result on Tuesday, that's not going to be enough, like, you know, because Porto, we've got to beat them by 2 clear goals. Was it so important for me today that we won this game going into Porto?
Yeah, of course, for momentum.
Yeah.
Like more for like the mentality of the situation. Like we needed to come here and like do well against Brentford. And credit to them, Brentford played a good game, and we put up a good fight, and we did what we needed to do. But Porto is important for, I think, mentality more than anything. Dan,
Porto going to be like the same as Brentford, if I'll be honest, maybe a little bit more clever. I don't know, but like, what do you think of that game? Thoughts for that one?
Well, listen, we were looking at Brentford today. They've got a few Pepes in their side as well, it seems. Listen, 41-year-old Pepe is going to do whatever he can to try and get Porto across the line on Tuesday, and we've got to be better than him. You know, I think we will deliver. And, you know, look at the performances that we've put in the last few games. You've got to take confidence from it. Porto are no muppets. They've been in the Champions League for a long time. This is going to be a difficult game, Lee, but I've got the confidence, man.
Matt, here's a neutral. What do you think?
Yeah, I think Brentford will be in the Champions League next season. So, yeah, I think it should be turned over Porto. Again, you know, when you've got a team led by Pepe, like the Sergio Ramoses of the world and whatever, like, you know, he knows what he's doing. The Champions League is a whole different ball game, but I think he'll be all right. I think he'll do all right.
We've avenged every single loss this season that we've had the chance to avenge, and Porto is not going to know what hit them by the 20th minute.
You reckon, but within 20 minutes?
Within 20 minutes, it'll be like 7-8-0, I think. I feel good about
a touchdown.
I was... And an extra point. I was worried about today, honestly. Cause
I was.
The trap game situation, looking forward to Tuesday, maybe a little too much. We've gotten past it now. Tuesday, it's on.
I'll be honest. I always thought this game was going to be really, really tough. I felt today we was on the radar. I think in other games we've been under the radar a little bit, but today, with them two playing tomorrow, it was all focused on us. We didn't foul. You know, last season we sort of shunted our way into City, like, but this time we're going there. And I'll tell you this now, Rusty, I'll leave you with the final word. I honestly believe that we needed a game like that. I think we've turned over teams. I think today we needed a real dig-in performance. You've been about for a long while, so you know these things.
I do, and I've been there when we've had the going gets tough. Is that song?
I remember that song.
Yeah,
good song in the 80s.
And we needed that sort of battle hardening, that battle hardening performance, get the result, and I think that will make us. We need a better performance than that against Porto. We need to be much more aggressive from the start and really stick it to them from the start, and I think we'll be okay. But if we don't, if we're a bit passive and we're sort of waiting for things to happen, we could be in trouble.
Okay, that's it, guys. Thanks for tuning in and all that. Arsenal have beaten Brentford, the Bullies, by 2 goals to 1. Kai Havertz! Come on, Kai. And we're on to Porto next. And, of course, after that in the league, Manchester City. So, can we sing the song? Ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Hey, 6 million down the drain. Kai Havertz scores again. La, 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 la. Hey, wacka, wacka, hey. 60 million down the drain. Kai Havertz scores again. Hey.